What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kev on Stage, and it's time for Dear Kev on Stage. I want to read this one. It's a very different one from a younger counterpart, an 18-year-old. I'm an 18-year-old from Ohio, and I've been having some life problems in the recent months. A couple years ago, my parents got a divorce, and once that happened, all my support I had from my parents was gone. I lived with my dad for close to a year, but it didn't work out between us because I'm in a long-distance relationship with a girl from California, and she's black. He also kept badgering me to go into the service, and I agreed almost out of just submission to stop being hassled. The problem is, Kevin, that I have had no support for a long time, and I've been looking for work, and I don't know what career field I want to go in, and every time I put something before my parents, they either tell me to get realistic or to go into the service. I don't think I could make it in the service, and I'm having a hard time confronting my father and my recruiter about it. Got any advice that could help me? God bless. Dropped my iPhone, but God kept it. Here's the advice, and thank you for writing. I appreciate it. You're 18 years old, my brother. You got to make the decision that's best for you. As a parent myself, I'm going to advise my kids on what I think is best. I'm going to say, hey, you should do this, you should do that. I think you should do this and that. That's my responsibility as a parent, to give you wise counsel. While you're under my roof, you will follow my rules. As you age and mature and decide your own path, you have to decide what you're going to do for yourself. Now, there have been times in my life where my parents gave me advice after I was 18, and I was like, thank you for your advice. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm not going to do that. There's been times in my life where I said, thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. I'm going to do that exact thing. Sometimes it worked in my favor, sometimes the opposite, on each side of the thing. But if you're going into the military, you're the one that's going to have to go through basic. You're the one that can be potentially sent overseas to fight a war. You're the one that's going to have to live God knows where. You're the one that's going to have to do that. So if you so choose, and by the way, I'm not saying the military is a bad decision because I'm a military brat. My dad's still in the Army. I grew up all over the United States. I loved being in the military as a kid. My parents being in the military. But I'm not a proponent for doing things because other people say you should do them, and not a wrong or right scenario. If you are going to be the one that has to get up and go to work, I suggest you get up and go to work to a job that you've chosen. Something that makes you happy. Because the thing about the military, it ain't like your dad saying, go work at Bank of America. If you hate Bank of America, you know what? I don't want to work at Bank of America. I'm out this piece. Peace. You can quit that day. Military, not so much. Once you're in, you can't just walk out of the military. So, if you're going to do that, you might want to make sure you really want to do that. And some parents have a hard time transitioning from parent, you have to do what I say, to counsel, here's what I suggest, I love you, do what you think is best. Some kids never want to disappoint their parents so bad that they'll make the wrong decisions for themselves to make their parents happy. Your parents are off living their life. You got to live yours. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you don't use this advice and go, like rob banks, because I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, you're 18-year-old, you're legally an adult, you can be charged as an adult. You have to make a decision that's best for you. My parents wanted me to go to a community college. I was like, no, I'm going to a four-year college. My dad was like, I don't think that's a good idea. You're going to take the same classes. I really can't help you pay for college. What I can offer you is a room, your room, food, all that stuff, but I can't really help you pay for college. You're really going to not be paying for anything you couldn't get for much cheaper. I was like, forget that. I want to stay in a dorm. I want to have a meal plan. I want to hang out, blah, blah, blah. My dad was like, okay, do that. Now, I wish I would have taken that daggone advice because I would have half the amount of money in student loans that I do. But, hey, I made that decision. I enjoyed it, but it was way more expensive, and it was the same classes I would have taken. He was right. It took me 4 years to realize, and a lot of spent money to realize it, but he was right. But I've got to deal with those consequences. I might not even have student loans left if I would have listened to him, but I didn't. So, life's about learning, growing, making your decisions, and dealing with the consequences of said decision. That, my friend, is what it means to be a man or woman. It's your boy, Kev on Stage. See you tomorrow.
What's up, everybody? It's Kev on Stage. Come subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter. Just follow me on Twitter. What's up, everybody? It's Kev on Stage. Come subscribe to my YouTube page.